Brian, what's most searchable neighborhood on Oahu, Hawaii?
Most searchable neighborhood in Hawaii. I mean, there's a lot of great ones, but I think on the top of the list, that would probably be Waikiki.
Waikiki, why?
Well, for starters, Waikiki has world famous beaches. You know, when you talk Hawaii, especially in the mainland, one of the things that pops most to mind is Waikiki. It's a lot of attention, a lot of marketing. It has a vibrant lifestyle. You know, the beach life is right there, the nightlife is right there. And also the great thing is there's a lot of stuff in proximity.
Yes.
Like if you live in Waikiki, it's, you know, if you're driving, it's real easy to get to other parts of the island because the freeway is close by.
Yeah.
And also just if you're walking.
You don't need a car because you can walk, like for us, we walk 5 minutes to the beach,
Yeah.
5 minutes to a restaurant,
Yeah.
and 5 minutes to convention center, which we always go every year. So it's very convenient. You almost don't need a car.
Yeah, and you know, we love living in Waikiki. I mean, I grew up in Hawaii, Kaii, which is a real, you know, more quiet neighborhood, definitely much different than Waikiki. But, you know, and I didn't think I would adjust well to, you know, the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But actually, I really, really enjoy living in Waikiki. You know, it's so convenient.
Yeah. And you didn't know before you moved here because you live in Hawaii, Kaii, in the East Oahu for more than 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of locals, just like him, they never want to come to Waikiki because Waikiki is kind of hard to park, everything like that.
True.
But once you live here, life is just so convenient. We have a vibrant lifestyle, nightlife, right? A lot of bars, Sky Waikiki used to have Zanzibar more than 10 years ago, and a lot of restaurants, a lot of nice hotels. So walkability, it's super nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and there's just so much to do in Waikiki.
Yeah, so much culture, so much history.
Yeah. I would say now maybe the downsides to Waikiki.
The cons.
Yeah, some of the cons to it is, you know, the apartments, especially if you're looking for a larger one, like a 3-bedroom condo unit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say, you know, an average turnkey, nice 3-bedroom apartment would cost in Waikiki?
Well, nice one, yeah, thinking about at least $1 million. Yeah.
Especially if you want, you know, perhaps a little bit of a newer building. Most of the buildings and structures in Waikiki were built in the 70s.
Yeah, 60s,
you know,
70s, when the condo booms, And I think I show a lot of people's condos in Waikiki, but we don't really have single family homes very real. I think most popular condos, newer ones, popular, I would say it's like the Waikiki landmark. Why? Because they have a big square footage, over 1,100 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 parking. And the best part is the condo sits on 4-acre land. So you had a big space. Back in early 2000s, they still have plenty of land. Like a Watermark used to be, they had a Waikiki, you know, some other stuff on top of that. So for $1 million, you can get nice 2-bedroom, 2 bath. But if you buy average for 2-bedroom, it doesn't cost much. So Watermark probably is the best.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge price range in Waikiki.
Yeah.
You know, there's, you know, a little bit older buildings that are still nice that you can get cheaper.
Yeah,
or, you know,
$300,000.
Yeah, or, you know, you got like the Ritz-Carlton or something like that. And if you want a 2 or 3 bedroom, what would that cost you in Ritz-Carlton?
Oh, you are talking about like about $2 million.
Yeah.
Like a nice one.
And up. Yeah. It's there's a big variety of places to pick from in Waikiki. Now, living in Waikiki, it is going to be condo living. Like Elle said, there's
it's like a resort. You live in a resort.
Yeah, there's no single family homes in Waikiki, so it'll all be condo living. And the other thing to be aware of is parking.
Yeah.
You know, that can be a little bit difficult in Waikiki. Most condos in Waikiki, if you get a 1 or 2 bedroom unit, then typically you get 1 stall. Not everyone, but typically you get 1 stall. Once you move up to the 3 bedrooms, then you're going to see 2 parking stalls.
Yeah. So I think for Waikiki, we have a lot of pros. But cons is just, you know, the parking can be one downside. paradise and it's kind of getting crowded, then getting a little bit pricing because Waikiki is a big resort area, actually it's #1 resort area on Oahu, so it can get a little bit pricing. Hey, but compared with New York, San Francisco, even Hong Kong, Waikiki is a much better place because for the same dollar amount, you can get here, get nice ocean, you live in paradise.
Yeah.
And you also in a resort area, so everything is very reachable. So the cons actually become pros because it's so convenient, right? So convenient. Waikiki has so much history too, like the surf side near the Marriott Hotel in front of the Duke, the statue. Yeah, that's a famous because Duke was very famous on all the sports.
Duke Kahanamoku.
Yeah, so it's a very big historical place that we also have over 100 years old Moana Surf Rider Hotel. It's historic. It's beautiful, right on the beach. That Royal Hawaiian Hotel.
The Pink Palace.
Yeah, Pink Palace. That's another landmark in Hawaii, in Waikiki. So that's a lot of history. You know the Hawaiian kingdom. You know, they built a lot of stuff. Even the Kalakaua Avenue. So why we call it the big main strip, Kalakaua Avenue in Waikiki?
After King Kalakaua.
Yeah, King Kalakaua. So and we also have a building called Lili'uokalani Gardens. So that's
Queen
after
Lili'uokalani.
Queen. Yeah, that's named after Queen. And we had a lot of history, very rich Hawaiian history in Waikiki. The Duke's restaurant on the beach, that one has a lot of history too, right?
Yeah, there's definitely, the pros about living in Waikiki far exceed the cons. But getting back, to the parking, because it is an important subject to touch on.
Yeah.
When you're looking to purchase a place in Waikiki, you want to make sure you have enough stalls that come, assigned with that unit. Because there is public parking in Waikiki, but you don't want to have to rely on that for your everyday living.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people live in Waikiki or even in Honolulu, they don't really have a car. They use main transportation, or they use Uber or Biki bike, or even mopeds. I mean, a lot of people I know they live in Waikiki, they use mopeds because it's faster. Like you live in Manhattan, New York, it's faster to ride a moped or bicycles or walk.
Like one of our neighbors, he has a car and a moped. He usually uses his moped.
So it's a super convenient. And another thing is when you downsize your space, you also downsize your living. You don't need that much furniture because people they have a lot of stuff, which is good because we are in a very safe environment. It's better have a smaller place, save the energy, save the earth. Right?
And let's see, and like we spoke about in one of our other videos, Hawaii has a great public transportation system. The buses are fantastic here. So it's really convenient. So you don't necessarily need a car. It's pretty easy to get around here. And we have rail, which is from Ewa Beach to Halava. It's running right now, but it's going to be expanding out. Kapolei to about Halava area, it's actually running, but they are planning on expanding it more too. So that'll be an option later in the future as well.
Another thing about living in Waikiki, the pros is since everything is so accessible, walkable, you don't really need to drive like a half hour like mainland to go to some place. Right? You can walk 5 minutes to the ocean, get a couple of drinks, or go body surfing, go surfing, swimming. So ocean, it's just 5 minutes away. That saves you a lot of time and money. I travel too, right? So that's big. So that's why a lot of people move to Hawaii first. They stay in Waikiki. And
another thing to keep in mind too, Waikiki, it's a pretty big area. So like Elle and I, we live more towards Ala Moana side.
Ala Moana shopping center side.
So it's a little more quiet on that side of Waikiki. And then if you move a little more towards the middle or the opposite side, towards the zoo, there's more nightlife going on there. So it can be, depending on what you're looking for, it can be a little more convenient going to that side of Waikiki. You will get a little bit more noise.
By then you close the zoo at Kapiolani Park. It's another attraction. Right?
Kapiolani Park, a lot of people go over there.
People go there morning time. They do yoga, they do swimming, go fishing. Yeah, just a community. We used to have a Sunday night, a movie night every Sunday. That's another.
Yeah, right on the beach over at the wall over in Waikiki.
Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, a lot of people like to gather there. So, and another thing, real estate wise, most short-term rental Airbnb or VRBO buildings are in Waikiki. And you can also buy an investment here, live part-time, live here part-time, the rest time do Airbnb, make a lot of money. It's a good return, right?
Yeah, and that's a good point you bring up because, you know, short-term rentals, there's been a lot about that recently, you know, on the news and legal stuff being passed. And, you know, there's a few steps to being able to do legal VRBO or Airbnb, but short-term rental, I'm sorry, excuse me, to do a short-term rental. And the one thing, you know, the foundation to that is first, unless there is an exemption, the property has to be zoned resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so in Waikiki, not every building is zoned resort.
Most are not.
Most are not. But you see the most buildings that are eligible that are zoned resort, you see in Waikiki.
Yeah, mostly in Waikiki.
That's a central area. For resort zone buildings, and there's some on the other island, you know, like once you go like over to Turtle Bay, they actually have
Turtle Bay only have one building you can do Airbnb. Then Makaha only have one neighborhood. Paulina only have one or two. So it's not a lot of availability.
So Waikiki, if that's what you're interested in, that's a good place to start from if you're looking. If doing short-term rentals is
the short-term rental, a studio can range from as low as a $200,000 fee simple to all the way $500,000-$600,000 one bedroom. It all depends. It's a lot of benefits. Definitely. The pros to live in Waikiki is way over the cons.
I love living in Waikiki, and it just makes things so much easier.
That's true. So what do you think about Waikiki in general? Please feel free to leave comments.
You know, we do a lot of business in Waikiki, and we live in Waikiki. So if you ever have any questions, you know, please feel free to reach out to us. You know, we're always here to help. And if you like this video, please click like and subscribe.
Comment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, take care.